Welcome to Direct to Video VHS DVD extras. This is just Tony. I just wanted to pop in and apologize for this episode being a little late. Andy had some computer problems and we were working around that. But when I decided to personally apologize for us being late, I realized that we don't really have an established schedule with the listeners. I'm going to lay out the pattern that I have fallen into for scheduling as the actual schedule. So on weeks when we release DVD extras, that's probably going to come out on Tuesday, because it's much shorter and easier to edit. And on weeks when we release the full direct-to-video episodes, those will probably come out on Thursday. So the schedule is going to be bi-weekly, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thank you for listening. I'll let you get to the show. Yesterday I saw Ragnarok.
Oh my god, you finally did it. We can talk about a good thing.
We can, or you can talk about Justice League, because I'm sure that would still be real entertaining for me. And here's the thing about Ragnarok. It's like a good movie, and therefore I don't know what to say about it. I'll say it got me... I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a long time because I've been kind of burnt out on them.
No, I agree.
It got me interested in the cinematic universe again.
I agree. I completely agree. And, like, as a person who loved Spider-Man Homecoming, it really made me kind of rethink what I like about these Marvel movies. I don't know. It's such a good movie. Like, it's such a good movie, period, full stop. Like...
Did you see the trailer for Infinity Wars?
No, I don't
watch trailers.
I don't watch that stuff.
Okay.
I did see a photo
There's a weird spoiler. And I kind of want to say it because it's not that big. But it was something I was thinking about when I left the theater. So actually, you say if you want me to say it or not.
Okay, is it a spoiler for Infinity War or a spoiler for Thor Ragnarok?
It's a spoiler for Infinity War, but it's not. It's like a character spoiler.
I would rather not know.
Okay.
But
it's not that big a deal.
I was gonna say if it's really bothering you, I will take the hit because that would be interesting.
No.
Is it just weird?
It doesn't matter. Not Infinity War. Ragnarok's really good. As somebody who just earlier this year read Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology book, which is fantastic. If you like, he took all the Norse legends that we have. He made them into, like, he told them as stories because they're told as stories, but it was an oral tradition and we lost most of it. He just made them into more complete stories.
Like he added
kind of kept to the actual legend.
Interesting.
And
did you get that from my little brother?
It was real interesting to learn about all this stuff. And, like, I knew that Hela was Loki's daughter and that Fenrir was Loki's son. And what I kind of didn't think in the Marvel Universe is they just said, nope. And that's it. Like,
yeah,
they're like, yeah, they're there, but they have nothing to do with Loki. Therefore, we can keep Loki, and he doesn't need to be the Antichrist.
Oh man,
here's the big thing. I keep interrupting you and myself.
No, you're good.
If you let me. But here's the big thing. I enjoyed Loki in this movie. Which is good because I was so worried that this whole fucking movie was going to be about Loki pretending to be Odin. And I was so fucking tired of Loki.
I had a moment when they just threw away that plot hook from the last movie, and I was like, oh, thank God.
Yes, exactly. Geez. And but here's the thing: it didn't feel like a failed plot hook either, because they did stuff with it. It just wasn't, oh, Loki's Odin, which is I thought that's what it was gonna be. Here's the thing, though: the villains in Ragnarok still stupid.
Oh no, but in a cool way, right? Unlike So
That's not entirely true. The master, what was he called?
Oh, Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
The
he
chess
was
master.
fucking great.
So every time he was on screen,
Hela
I'm like...
was stupid, and it's like...
But she's
it's
so
not
cool.
a big deal. But she's just like boring evil, is the thing.
Yeah,
like,
but
we talk about how Marvel villains don't get depth. And she doesn't really have depth. The one depth that she has is this moment when she says, "I thought you'd be happy to see me," before she just kills everybody.
Yes.
And the one thing I hated in this movie, and there was only one thing that I really genuinely disliked.
All right.
She has this cool line, which is, "I'm the goddess of death. What were you the god of?" And then she says it again, and I'm like, that line wasn't good enough to say a second time. You only said it because he had this weird flashback thing.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, I'm watching a movie.
It is unfortunate. I feel like that felt to me like a Hollywood editor going, I don't think the audience gets it. And but because the movie, oh god, this movie's so good, and it does so many amazing like artistic things that I have never seen in a Marvel movie before. Like Thor has these like visions of his father that like hammer into his brain as he gets close to death, and it's super cool and really like artsy in a way you don't expect from a Marvel movie.
And that's great because Hela's the goddess of death, but Odin is also a god of death.
Yeah.
And so that's what it made me think of when I just saw him getting closer and closer each time.
Yeah, like...
And also, he looks like he did when he died, which is kind of dressed like an old guy. Not in the full Odin regalia.
I absolutely love the way that Thor, Odin, and Loki look in their street regulars, because they still have an air of like otherness to them.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you still look at them and you go, those three aren't regular people. It's so good. It's so good. This movie is so good. And like, I agree, Hela's a very two-dimensional villain, but unlike every other Marvel villain, she is very memorable. I don't know why.
I think I've said this before. And you may have disagreed with me. I like Ultron for his...
No, I agree with you.
How memorable he is. Yes, you know, you did agree with me, because Ultron is just crazy, and I enjoyed that. Yeah, a lot of Marvel villains are not very memorable.
I think like if I had to rank my favorite Marvel villains, I would probably put like Ultron at number 1 right now, because he's so just like, there's a lot of nuance to him that I feel the movie didn't explore, but explored well enough that I was like, ooh, this is interesting. And then Hela, because she's so bonkers, like her character design is so.
Mm-hmm. I still haven't seen Spider-Man, but how would you rate?
I would actually... God, I have so many complex feelings about Spider-Man Homecoming the farther I get away from that movie. And like,
yeah, I need to watch it so we can talk about it, because
he's definitely...
I know that you have all these opinions on it that I just don't.
He's definitely tied for second place with Hela for different reasons.
Okay, cool.
He's also very good, also very memorable. It's... I don't know. But I feel like if you do get around to watching Spider-Man, let me know so I can rewatch it. I don't know.
Okay.
I've been really like torn up about it inside, because like I'm trying to like sift through what is it that I like about this movie because it's a good movie, and what is it that I like about this movie because I just fucking love Spider-Man and everything he does.
Right. I will probably be a lot less forgiving to any faults that Spider-Man has, because I do not enjoy Spider-Man as much as you do. And
yeah.
It's nothing against Spider-Man, it's just overexposure. It's like not enjoying Band in the 90s. It's like not enjoying Green Day or something, because they were on all the time.
No, I sort of understand, but I don't know, like as a kid I like ate up everything Spider-Man. I've watched like 4 out of the 5 television shows. 6 now, actually. There's a new one coming out. I've like watched all of the movies, and like, I don't know, I'm such an apologist, and it sucks, because like at the end of the day, you know, I have to be able to sit down and say Spider-Man 3 has its problems, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 kind of suck real bad, I'm getting to a point now where I have to separate my love for the character from this media about it that I consume all the time, just because I love being around him so much.
I actually enjoyed, to a certain extent, the Amazing Spider-Man series, because I love Dr. Connors and the Lizard. I love any Jekyll Hyde story.
Oh yeah, I know. It's very good.
I love that there's a moment where he saves Peter because he's not the Lizard anymore, and then his hand that he saved him with starts falling off. Like, that's good.
That's real good.
I enjoyed that. Although that whole that series did have, it was made by Fox, right?
No, this was Sony.
Okay. Then I don't watch enough Sony movies to know if this is common, but that series did have the problem of, like, I guess I would almost call it the Batman problem, which is deciding the world needs to be really dark, keep your character grounded.
Yeah,
but the thing is, in that movie, Peter's not dark, so I feel like you can forgive it more.
And he's also like much less grounded compared to Peter Parker in the last Spider-Man movie and this newest one, because he doesn't seem to have any real problems.
Right. Well, until he gets big problems.
But the thing about Spider-Man that's cool aren't the big problems. They're the fact that he has little problems like everyone else.
Right. I mean, that's the pull of Spider-Man, isn't it? Like he was, I guess supposedly this starts with the Fantastic Four, but like the idea of this is a character who makes mistakes, and this is a character who isn't larger than life but is still trying to be a superhero. This is a character who needs to take pictures of himself for money.
Yeah, it's taking like the thing about Spider-Man, even compared to the Fantastic Four, is his superhero duties are so weighed down by the fact that he also has real world responsibilities. Like, Iron Man doesn't have to worry about bringing home groceries for Aunt May. He doesn't. The Fantastic Four don't have to worry about not being able to make rent.
Well, I'm actually told that the Fantastic Four is the first superhero team who did have to worry about making rent.
Oh, I didn't actually
That's why
realize
I referenced
that.
Them. Yeah.
And so much of the new Fantastic Four stuff that I watched, they're like uber
they're
rich
just bullshit
scientists.
and stupid.
Yeah, they're just uber rich scientists that they label everything with a 4.
Yeah, they're just bad. But I don't think they always were.
I feel like there was a time when people liked the Fantastic Four. I mean, they were one of they got their own movie.
Silver Surfer, right? Like, people.
He got his own movie too. Sort of.
But but that's the thing. Like, he's a Fantastic Four character.
Mm-hmm.
So people must have liked the Fantastic Four at one point. Heck, they made
2 movies. And a TV show, I think, back in the day.
I think 4 movies, if you count one, like, really low budget one.
Oh, that's right. They have one new one that came out.
Yeah, the one new one, which was apparently, like, such a clusterfuck.
Oh my god, it is so...
Did you also watch that movie?
I watched it specifically because the Flophouse were going to do an episode about it.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, sure, I'll just sit down and give it a quick watch while I'm doing homework and stuff. And like, I have never physically turned off a movie before as fast as that one. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm just going to listen to the episode. This is bad.
Wow, I listen to the Flophouse so I don't have to watch bad movies.
The worst thing about that movie, I feel like the Flophouse, I don't want to say it's the worst thing, but like the biggest indicator of its badness is the fact that for a good half of the scenes of that movie, one of the actors is wearing this ridiculous wig.
Okay.
And they talk about it in the Flophouse episode for like a brief moment, but like it was like a nail being driven into my brain. I was like, no. Why? How did this happen? But speaking of bad movies that I watched.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit more. I want to talk just a little bit more about Justice League. I think I basically cut the movie down by 30 minutes and just kind of went through it. But I think like on a kind of a deeper company level, there's like Justice League is such a weird movie. I think my biggest problem with it is I don't know who this movie is for. I don't know who they're selling it to, because the Marvel crowd liked Wonder Woman, and she's in this movie, but not nearly enough to like actually be a character.
Mm-hmm.
The DC fanboys who were like super hard for Batman v Superman and defended it for some reason, they're not going to like this movie because they throw all of that away in the first 5 seconds. That
sounds like a real boner killer to me. But okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like there is a ardent, like violently defending these two, like these first two movies fan base, and I don't know what like throwing away the fact that there are just some toxic communities out there who want DC to succeed because they hate Marvel. Like, throw away those people because they will never be satisfied. But
although like, it's okay to hate Marvel.
It's okay to hate Marvel.
They are, as a company, terrible.
Yes.
And they're owned by Disney, who is also, as a company, terrible.
Terrible. And, I mean, but also DC, as a company, is terrible. Who is owned by Warner Brothers, which as a company is terrible. Yeah,
yes. The problem is companies. We do some house cleaning on companies.
Yeah, we do. Gosh. So, but like the people. Sorry. Let's talk about the people who exist. I've tried to have conversations with them. It's very difficult for me, but there are people out there who like Beavis Dodge, who like Man of Steel, and are willing to defend them. And I get that. I get that there is a community and a crowd who want darker, more grounded stories about superheroes, more Watchmen out of their media. I totally get that. I don't agree that these two characters are the right characters to do it with, but fine, like if you want to have your cake and eat it too, sure. They're not going to like this movie either because it throws away the entire conceit of Man of Steel and Beavis Dodge in the first 5 fucking seconds. So
well, and the other thing is they threw away the old Superman character.
Yeah, they completely threw away the old Superman. Fans of the animated Justice League show aren't going to like it because it's not quite that campy. It's not campy enough to be the show, and the characters aren't well defined enough. I still don't know why Cyborg's in there. I assume he's in there because, like, somebody somewhere says we need a token minority, and then somebody somewhere else said, well, this guy from Teen Titans is popular. But I think the real reason he's in there is because of the video game Injustice, which does what these movies tried to do, but better, because they're allowing themselves to also be ridiculous. I don't know if you've ever played the Injustice games.
I haven't, but I know the general gist of them. It's a Superman is evil thing.
Yeah, like they have an alternate timeline where Superman becomes Super Hitler, and like,
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's right. Lois Lane dies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
way to go,
real
Superman.
Bad.
Good way to get unhinged, dipshit.
I mean, in the original game, if I remember correctly, Lois Lane not only dies, but all of Metropolis is blown up by an atomic bomb.
Okay, but I was just thinking, like Lois Lane isn't 2 seconds away from dying every second of her life.
There is a real problem with Lois Lane in the new Batman universe, where it feels like the only reason she exists now is to remind the audience that, someone out there thinks Superman is a human being capable of emotion, even if we, the audience, don't.
Right.
They
were probably trying to do something like Black Widow in Avengers 2.
Which comes back in Ragnarok in a much more powerful way, I think.
Way better. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. I like that Hulk can't face his feelings, so he won't let Bruce Banner out ever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They really, as a person who likes Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde stories, I think they really leaned into this being a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation, as opposed to, I don't know, like the older Hulk movies had this through line of like, well, no, Bruce Banner is aware of what he's doing as the Hulk. It's just he is so weighed down by this other emotion. Like, they're the same person. It's just one is sad, and it's like if every time I became depressed I turned into the sulk or whatever, right? Like, I'm still me, I'm just also overcome by this great emotion that I can't escape. But in this movie, they seem to have committed themselves to saying, no, they're two different entities sharing a single
right body. But also, I don't know, I think they're officially non-canon, but for a while at least one of the Hulk movies was like semi-canon.
Yes.
In the Marvel universe. And Bruce says that this is different. Like, he had never been trapped behind the Hulk before.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I like his character. I like him being afraid of that. And I like him knowing, like, coming to the conclusion that, you know, the audience already knew, which is, yeah, at the end of the movie, he has to turn into Hulk again.
And, oh man, that scene is great and also distressing.
Well, it was interesting watching a movie and thinking about these old Norse stories and thinking, what they're saying here is that you can stop the end of the world, which is Ragnarok. I mean, in the movie, Ragnarok is just destruction of
Asgard.
Destruction of Asgard, not all of the 9 realms like it is in the
original story.
Ragnarok story. But they basically say you can stop the end of the world if you have like a really big machine gun. Like a really big machine gun, though.
It's gotta be quite big. Gosh, Thor Ragnarok is I think everything that Justice League wants to do in such a better fashion. Because, like, I don't know, like Justice League is full of so many conflicting themes, and they're all like fighting for attention, trying to become the focus of the movie, but none of them ever make it. Mm-hmm. If Joss Whedon still has any fans, they're not really gonna like this movie either, because it only really becomes his movie in the last kind of 20 or 30 minutes, and even then, it doesn't feel good. It just feels disingenuous.
Right, because you have stuff like Superman showing up and being Superman for no reason. And then, like, you said at the end, what was it? Cyborg spray paints his body to look like the good Cyborg body instead of the shitty one he had.
He just, like, waves his hand over his body and makes it the cool one. It's like, thanks for reminding us, movie, that there is a better designed Robo Dude out there that we couldn't fucking see fighting shit. It's this movie is such a mess. It's such a mess, and I think my disappointment, like, it's, if there was ever a chance that any movie in the world would be able to hit me and hit the world as hard, if not harder, than the Avengers did, it would have been this one. Because I'm adamant you cannot do the Avengers again, but like deep down inside I thought, if anything anywhere had the chance, it was Justice League. Because unlike the Avengers, there are millions of people out in the world who have an emotional connection to Batman, to Superman, to Wonder Woman. They are a worldwide phenomenon in their own right. And the fact, and having them on screen together as the Justice League in a movie dedicated to that idea should have been the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, but I think that's why it wasn't. Like, when the Avengers came out, they'd had the Marvel movies, but the most famous Avenger is probably Captain America, and it had been a little while since his heyday. Yeah, I feel like Captain America had been big in the 50s.
Oh, Captain America was real big in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, and then sort of got out of style, just like all the other Avengers did. And, like, they didn't have Superman, or they didn't have Spider-Man in the Avengers. They didn't have a...
Well, the Hulk was big in the 80s. He had that TV show that was weird.
That's true.
That TV show was actually
but
really
the Hulk,
good.
But because of the last movies, the Hulk had also fallen out fallen out of fame. And they kind of... I feel like bringing the Hulk in was like their big experiment. Like, man, I hope Hulk works in this movie. And man, I hope we can make a movie with the Hulk in it and have it not be bad.
I don't think the reason it failed has anything to do with the Justice League or the characters. I think it's just bad. It failed because it's bad, right? Like you cannot blame the failure of any of these movies on anything other than These were bad films. People didn't want to talk about these movies, and when they did talk, all they talked about were the parts that were bad. They think, like, we are 2 weeks away from Justice League coming out in the theaters, and no one is talking about it.
Well, to be fair, during that time, they were still, like... I mean, the Justice League schedule was so fucked that they were probably still doing some extra shots.
I can confirm that this movie finished its extra shooting halfway through this year. I can also vaguely confirm that this movie wasn't finished being edited until about 2 or 3 months ago. The Avengers had an entire year after they were done shooting to not only get an edit confirmed, but do all of the special effects that they needed. The Avengers.
Well, that's the other thing with the Avengers is, since it was the first one, they had their own personal timetable, you know, because they had, oh, we're going to release this movie and this movie and this movie. And you know what? I said this before, but it's fucking amazing to me that, like, you can have a cinematic universe with multiple writers and have it come together and feel cohesive. Mm-hmm. But, like, when the Avengers came out, they weren't pushing up against... And basically everybody was going to go see the Avengers.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any of this, well, we need to strike when the iron's hot. Like, the iron was hot. They did
that's
it.
The thing is, they defined it. Like, the idea of a cinematic universe was put into place by Harry Potter. Marvel capitalized on this growing idea, and they nailed it. But honestly, to me, this gives DC Comics, this gives Warner Brothers even less of an excuse, because Marvel did all of the hard work. They proved it could be done, and not only did they prove it could be done, but they gave them an exact managerial template that they could use to capitalize on their success. And now, if they really wanted to cheat and they really wanted to get to Justice League faster, sure, pull a couple of Spider-Mans, skip some origin stories. Everybody knows who Superman is. Everybody knows who Batman is. There is a way to get to Justice League faster and still put out good movies.
You know, I know we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
In the,
Well,
the Quest for Camelot. Hoofa doofa.
Man, we both got so tired just now. Like a wave was pressed against us.
When I was editing that episode, I was like, God damn it, this is the funniest we have been in a long time
it's
on
so
this
good.
stupid show.
It's so good.
It made me so mad because it's like when we watched 101 Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians 2, we were like, chill.
We were so happy with where we were in life.
With it. And I don't think it's nearly as good an episode, which is so depressing to me that we need to be sad to make these good.
This underlying level of fury.
You talking about Quest for Camelot came out, basically a bunch of executives just shoved it out the window saying, you know, if Disney can do this, we can do this.
Yeah.
And it sounds like genuinely the same thing.
Which is why I found it so interesting. Yeah. But I don't know, it's like you gotta, it really feels to me like there are a lot of people playing business with these billion-dollar properties and they don't realize, like the reason this is not working is because it's bad. And and the thing that's most infuriating to me is like Justice League is out. We now live in a world where a Justice League movie, a live-action Justice League movie with big actors and a big budget came out, and no one's talking about it. And that is depressing as hell, because when I was 5, when I was 6, like the one thing I wanted in the world was a good Spider-Man movie and a good Justice League movie. Like that was my childhood life that I was looking forward to. And after the Avengers, I was living in a world where, like, I got my good Spider-Man movies. If I get any more, I'll be happy. But you know what? The first 2 Sam Raimi ones are pretty much perfect. I could have only lived with those 2, and I was just waiting for that Justice League movie, like my next milestone, right? And they've ruined it. Even if in 5 or 6 years they put out an amazing, beautiful, like heart-wrenching Avengers level of quality Justice League movie, people are only going to point at this last one and say, well, that one already existed though, and it was pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've poisoned this chance.
I
forever
don't agree for one specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the movies last night. I saw some trailers.
Yeah.
One of the trailers was for Ready Player One, which looks awful. One of the trailers was for what's the kaiju movie?
Pacific Rim Uprising.
Yeah, Pacific Rim 2, which looks like Power Rangers.
It looks like a better Power Rangers movie than that Power Rangers movie was, which is getting me very excited.
Which I don't care about, but like I was like, man, this is stupid. But you can tell it's gonna be a fun stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be stupid. And the other trailer I saw was for Star Wars, and I had not watched this Star Wars trailer, but it's like a really fucking good trailer, and I got super excited for Star Wars. And when you were talking about how this terrible Justice League movie poisoned the well, man, Star Wars had some fucking bad movies, man.
Well, Star Wars is different though, right? Like Star Wars was good. Like the first Star Wars movie happened and it was good. And
yes,
like and like
true.
as much as I love The Force Awakens, as much as I think The Force Awakens is better than the original trilogy in some ways.
Wow, okay.
I also
Fighting
understand
words.
I also understand completely that a lot of
wait. I want to interrupt you for a quick second.
Yeah.
Have you this is going to sound so pedantic. Have you seen the original trilogy without the
Yes.
Yeah, okay, without the added shit.
Yeah, I've watched the despecialized edition of the entire original tridge.
Okay. I genuinely think those are some of the best movies I've ever seen.
I agree.
Because when I was growing up, I used to watch the A New Hope, where they had like this weird scene with Jabba the Hutt in it.
Gosh.
That, like, if you look close, feels unfinished. Like Greedo's there in the background, and he's dead.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be there. Like shit like this. And there's this, and like the part where Han steps on Jabba's tail is like funny, but they had to put it in because they didn't know what shape Jabba was going to be when they had Han walk around him. Like shit like this.
Yeah.
Or like there's like an 8-minute song in the
Oh
last.
God! Fucking damn it! Yeah.
Yeah, that's so bad.
That's
and
real
that's just
bad.
not in there.
It's just gone, and it's fantastic to not
Yes,
have it there.
Go on about. Star
Well,
Wars.
so I completely understand, right, that like my reverence and my love for The Force Awakens would not be there if I did not also love these other movies. And like honestly, I wouldn't love the original movies if I didn't, as a child, fall in love with the prequel trilogy, which I did, and I still.
That's
like,
the problem.
I still have some love in my heart, though. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, though, right? Is like the prequel trilogy is bad, but it's, with the exception of the second movie, which is almost an unwatchable mess.
This is crazy to me. I've heard more than one person say this. The first one's an unwatchable mess. The second one is partially okay sometimes.
Nah, man. The first one, has a plot, which, as bad as that plot is, at least it has one that you can follow. The second one is like.
The first one has a plot where the kid is Jesus.
And that's a better, like,
Anakin's a virgin birth. That's not a plot.
That is more of a plot than whatever the fuck is going on in the second movie, which...
Wait. Padme almost gets assassinated. Obi-Wan finds a dart, because the assassin was killed. Obi-Wan tracks a dart to Kamino, where there's a secret clone army being built that he does not investigate enough.
Mm-hmm.
Although, something came to me, like, in the shower 3 days ago. Why doesn't the Republic use battle droids? Like, why? They have more money than the Separatists, right?
Yeah.
They could just build these droids.
Mm-hmm.
And then win, I think?
and then succeed? Wait. Listen. I don't know. Maybe there's probably some fucking obscure Star Wars fact. Some kids pushing up his glasses somewhere like, well, actually, they
I
whatever.
genuinely don't think there is. They have droids. They just need to give them guns.
I'm positive that there is a reason that they do not have a droid army for probably robot racism or something dumb.
Well, so they have a human army, but the humans have mind control in their heads.
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
Well, human slaves are okay in the Republic size, right?
I don't know if they asked that question in the Clone Wars.
Well, they don't ask any questions. They don't ask any questions in the prequel trilogy, Tony.
No, I'm talking TV show, because that's the one people talk about. Like, hey, this was like, what if this was good? I don't know if they ask the question like, hey, you know how these guys are like bioengineered slaves? Like, you know how these human beings age twice as fast and they have to listen to your commands?
But they also don't ask about about the fact that there are regular fucking slaves in the Star Wars universe.
They're not in the Republic. That's outside the Republic.
Whatever. The Republic, they operate within the Republic's military command, right? And nobody gives a shit. The Jedi don't give a shit. The Jedi, who are supposed to be this intergalactic peacekeeping force.
Not Obi-Wan Kenobi, except for Qui-Gon Jinn, who just steals one. The Jedi don't really do anything about the slaves. But see, they have to leave them there because of the slug guy.
Like, who cares? Listen.
I'm not saying it's good. In fact, that's a problem with, I feel like, more the first movie than the second.
I'm sorry that, like, I'm like, you're just, like, filling me with these negative emotions that I don't want to be filled with right now.
Okay, see, that's the thing.
But,
I also enjoyed, the lightsaber battles were cool.
Yeah, like, I was a kid. I had a heart, like, and I still...
And, when I was little, I used to play the Lego Star Wars game. Did you ever play that one?
I don't think I ever did. I think my little brother played it a lot, though.
I always played it with my brothers because you could play co-op. It's fucking baller. It's a great game.
I watched the cutscenes and stuff with my little brother. I mean, that was like my little brother's like first video game, so I let him play it by himself, and I would watch him play it. And those cutscenes are great. It's so much fun.
The cutscenes are great. You can like be a ghost and use your lightsaber on other people, but they can't hit a ghost.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's cool.
Like, we're on a big Star Wars kick right now, but do you know what bothers me about the old movies? And then, you know how they've like updated the old movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had an old man, Anakin Skywalker, in the original movie. And then they changed him into young, hot, with a scar over his eye, Hayden Christensen, after the release of Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't make Obi-Wan super hot and young Ewan McGregor. Why?
Well, he had to be the old guy. He was already the old guy.
But Anakin was a robot. Why didn't he just come back as Ghost Darth Vader then? What? Why didn't he come back as like a weird melting fleshy white man? I'm just saying, right? Like, if you're going to go back and if you're gonna like retroactively turn like Anakin Skywalker into Hayden Christensen, turn Alec Guinness into Ewan McGregor.
But if they're going to do that, that would mean taking Alec Guinness. Alec Guinness. I'm like forcing their two names together.
Alan McGregor.
You would have to take Alec Guinness. God damn, motherfucker. God fucking damn it.
Alec? And then like the alcohol.
Guinness. The alcohol. I can say these words by themselves. But you'd have to take him out of the other movies where he was already a ghost.
No, you don't. Because he doesn't have a physical body in the other movies. He's just a voice.
No, he shows up in like with Yoda.
Oh, yeah, barely. Sure. If you can replace him once, you can replace him twice. They have the power, Tony.
They put
a weird
computer side of you.
They put a weird computer face over a woman to make her look like a young Princess Leia. I know that made
you very sad.
It distressed me to such an extent that I cannot rewatch Rogue One. But let me tell you this: just shove Ewan McGregor into those old movies. Just do it. Disney, ball's in your court. If Disney refuses to release the original reels of the prequel trilogy that they have access to, so that I don't have to like trawl through obscure parts of the internet to get my hands on a despecialized edition. They should just go all in, make those old movies just better. Just shove Ewan McGregor in there. Do it. Balls in your court, Disney. Balls in your court.
This is, I don't like the way this conversation went at all.
You did this to me. I have an image on my desk. I had an image on my desktop when I booted it up just now. I had a saved JPEG on my desktop that I was like, what's this? I don't have anything on my desktop. Why is this here? And I double clicked on it and it opened up, and it was a photo of the Star Wars scene with the three ghosts. It had Hayden Christensen. It had Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan Kenobi, but instead of Yoda, I had photoshopped it to be Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
And I don't know why I had this on my desktop. I don't know if I made this or if I just found it and I saved it to use in something else, but I'm really happy with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Andy has been sick for a little while, and
yeah.
Sometimes the fever messes with your mind is the only thing.
But this desktop was in storage for a year.
You did this secretly? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I have no. I'll ask around. Maybe someone else has a story for me. But I tried to go watch Coco. I tweeted this earlier, but like I tried to go watch Coco when I was sick,
mm-hmm.
and I was so emotional over the fact that I was going to go watch this movie without my family that I cried and went to sleep instead.
Sounds like a good movie.
Yeah, so I don't want. Hopefully, it's good. So yeah, we're running up on that hour mark, aren't we?
We actually have. I set the time. We have about 15 minutes because we kind of I was gonna say bullshitted, but it might be bullshit.
Bullshit. That sounds good. I like it.
I'm reading right now. I'm reading The Last Unicorn, which is one of my favorite books.
Uh-huh. And
there's this part where Lady Amalthea has forgotten who she is, and she stares out the window like a Alzheimer's patient, and more forgets who she is, and more falls in love with this dude who doesn't realize that her falling in love with him is destroying her. And I had to stop reading.
Wow.
Because I got very sad.
Yeah, it's I still haven't. I feel like the only reason I'm not reading that book ever is because of, I know from what you've told me that it would destroy me emotionally, right? And like, I already have a book that I reread once a year, right? I don't need another.
Yeah, I should say this on the podcast because I've been like working on it. God, this is. I just feel weird saying this out loud. I've started doing a diary.
Oh my god.
In the point of view of a preteen girl on her first Pokemon journey.
Oh.
I was reading this while playing a Pokemon game, and I have started posting it as Tumblr posts. Is that what you call posts on Tumblr?
Yeah, they're posts. It's a Tumblr
fucking
post.
No. I don't use Tumblr because I there's no good reason for me to not use Tumblr except I don't want to.
That's a good enough reason, honestly. You know?
Yeah, so I don't use Tumblr, but I made one for this.
Oh, man.
For this. And it is Sinnoh Trainer 1. If you want to go see that, I'll probably put a link in the description. It's, it was a lot of fun to do, but it's, like, weird to share.
I have, like, the biggest shit-eating grin on my face right now.
I'm sure you do.
As an aside to the listeners, Tony told me about this project, like, a month ago now? Maybe more?
Yeah, at least a few weeks.
And
I've been playing through, I haven't mentioned this. I've been playing through Pokemon Soul Silver now.
Yeah.
And doing another one of these. Here's the thing. it's a much better game with like a more cohesive story. And I feel like, much like our podcasts, the better the original media is, the less satisfying the sort of critique is.
Well, there's less for you to chew on, right?
Right.
That's where the fun is. God, I can't. I'm still not looking forward to fucking like having to find those two movies again and watching them.
I'm sure they'll be just oofa doofa.
But
I remember seeing Swan Lake when I was little. I think it was one of the
gosh, I must have been 3 or 4 when I watched Swan Lake.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm positive I watched it in Spanish.
It's not called Swan Lake, it's called The Swan Princess.
Oh, whatever.
But it is Swan Lake. It's Swan Lake.
It's the play. Or the ballet. It's a ballet?
Yes, it's a ballet. I just wanted to say it out loud so that when you were looking it up later, you could find it.
If I Googled Swan Lake movie, I don't think that there are many results that I would get, right? I would get the original movie. I'd probably get the one where everyone's wearing sunglasses.
Swan Princess Undercover.
That's terrible. I'm so...
That's what it's called. One of my new fears is that we will go back to those movies.
I know when I was a kid, and I don't think this is the right place to talk about it, but I remember being shocked by the fact that I didn't like a movie. Like, I remember there was a point when I was a kid where I watched a movie and I thought, this is bad, and it just reframed my entire life. Because then I would retroactively think, maybe the reason I never finished watching Atlantis is because I didn't like it.
Oh, there's an Atlantis 2, I think.
There is. I've seen it.
Yikes.
Oh, I know exactly what I want to do next.
Okay.
Oh, man. I rewatched a bit of Tarzan 2 while I was donating blood a couple months ago.
Okay. I was going to ask why you were watching Tarzan 2, but I guess in a waiting room's a good reason.
It wasn't even in a waiting room. I could see the screen from where I was donating blood. I was like, well, fuck, I guess this is my life now. I was listening to this podcast and watching Tarzan 2.
Hey, this is a bit of a U-turn, bit of a non sequitur.
Okay.
But I was talking to Vita on Twitter. You probably saw it because I did tag you at one point.
Maybe.
I mentioned, like, what I thought our 3 best episodes were.
Uh-huh.
And they were Quest for Camelot, Wolf Quest, and Return to Oz. And I think those 3, because those are the ones where we get, like...
Oh, gosh.
Fucking weird. And I want to know what you think.
Every time you talk about Return to Oz, like it's like I rewatch that movie in, like, a span of a second in my brain... And I still don't believe it. Like, it's so crazy. Like, the first 10 minutes of that movie, you're watching what could end up to being a girl getting electroshock therapy, and it's horrifying.
It's just awful. And I watched it, like, 10 minutes after I watched The Wizard of Oz, and I had to stop watching it and walk away because it was just so much not Wizard of Oz.
It's what was it that we said? It's like a sequel to a Wizard of Oz movie that was never made.
Yeah.
Oh man, it feels so much like a Tim Burton movie.
Very much so. It was rough. But I wanted to know if you think that list holds up. Like our top 3.
I agree. I think a heavy contender for number 4, like close to number 3 is definitely Pocahontas. I'm really proud of that one because, like, I think we touch on some really cool, really deep issues, and the pivot to the weird Pirates of the Caribbean movie that is the second one is...
That's why I love the second Pocahontas so much, is because that one also does this weird tone change that is... Oh, and then later we found out it's like... It like has this weird amount of historical accuracies to it.
It is. Like, both of those movies are ridiculous and bad, but I'm happy with the fact that we were able to use the first one as like a platform to talk about all of these problems, and then the second one as just we were just bathing in whimsy. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the Pocahontas one is, I think it's our real first episode, because we did Simba's Pride, and I haven't listened to that in a while, but I think it just wasn't very good, because obviously it's our first episode, we weren't sure what we were doing, and we didn't record multiple versions or anything like that. We just did it and then said, okay, we did it, I'll put it up, and did that.
It's also just not edited very well, because that was my first time editing, and I didn't do much. I left it mostly intact. God, it's almost 4 hours of just...
I don't think that can't possibly be right. But with Pocahontas 2, that was our first one where we talked about the first movie a lot, because we had problems with that one.
Yeah.
Before we went on to the second one. I think
at the end of the day, right, the problem with, we both really wanted to talk about The Lion King, because it's one, both, you have a strong connection to it, I have a strong connection to it and the sequel, and I think the first one is too big. It was too big for us to talk about, really.
We just didn't talk about it.
Yeah, and the sequel is so... it's just so mediocre. It's a very boring movie. It doesn't quite hit the big strides of the first one, but it's also not bad enough to really be memorable in that way. Right.
It doesn't do what Pocahontas 2 did, which is just be
ridiculous,
fucking stupid.
I want to, and I think this would be a good season 2 primer. I keep saying season 2. I don't know why. I don't know why this is so stuck in my head.
That's fine. We can do a season 2. New hosts. Oh, wait.
Okay. We're gonna hire 2 people to pretend to be us.
I have been watching this show called Due South.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's an old Canadian crime show. And there's this episode where one of the old actors quit, the main actor. It's led by 2 people. It's a cop show, And the whole episode is this guy, trying to pretend, his partner, trying to figure out why everybody else is pretending this is his partner. And because a new guy, he was just recast. And it's just a fucking great way to do that. I loved it a lot.
That's really strong. There is one of my favorite episodes of Psych was the one where they met those 2 retired cops who were basically them but old.
It's been so long. I do not remember this episode.
It's very good. It's a heck of a lot of fun. I like it when a show is able to poke fun at their own character dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
It's always interesting to me. What I was saying earlier is I want to do Lion King 1.5 for the new year, for our first episode of 2018 and our last episode of 2018. Wait, 2017, because we did it and that went to shit. So we had to do something else because we were so burnt out of well, quite frankly, it was a heated yell session.
But do you think we should do Lion King 2 and Lion King 1.5?
No, because we didn't get to talk about the Lion King.
We did not talk about the Lion King at all. That's true.
I think we should, especially. Maybe we should save it actually, because there is that new Lion King movie coming out. When is does that even have an announced date yet? I don't want to sit on this for over a year, right?
I'm not sure that it does. I thought it was summer of next year, but that could be making things up in my head. Because as far as I know, it's basically an animated movie. It takes a while to do that.
Yeah,
right?
and it's going to be fully CGI, unlike the Jungle Book movie. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to tackle that.
Anywho, we should probably figure all this out later. We should probably sign off.
Yeah, wrap this up. Oh, did we even sign in? Did we sign in?
Nah?
We are
We'll sign in now. I'll just put it in later. Welcome to direct-to-video DVD extras VHS.
We'll fix it in post.
Is that how I even do it?
We'll fix it in
post.
post.
Yeah, defo.
I'm your host, Andy Reyes. And
I'm your other host, Tony Russo. This is fine. This is normal. This is going at the start.
And thank you for listening to direct-to-video.
That's when we recorded it.
VHS? DVD extras? Oh my god.
Perfect.
Great. This is good. This is solid. This is going to be a great through line. I
have been your co-host, Tony Robusto.
And I have been your co-host, Andy Reyes. You can find Tony Robusto on Twitter at TheaterBats.
You can find Andy Reyes on Twitter at royalty_valence.
And I highly recommend that you go check out our website, direct2.video. We have a lot of snippets, a lot of our episodes with, links.
Yeah, a lot of links to other places you can listen to us, in case you haven't figured out how to do that yet.
Somehow.
And maybe you're listening to us in your friend's car. By the way, cool friend you have. Yeah. Cool friend. Could have been listening to anything.
Hey, listen, buddy, I know me and you are both driving to this location, but how about we listen to two other people talk? As we sit in silence. Oh, man. If you listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you get your local podcast, give us that sweet 5-star review. It really helps with people finding out about who we are and what we do.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have to ask for reviews on iTunes, because iTunes is stupid and I hate it. That's right, iTunes, fight me.
I still don't know how to go and give reviews to podcasts on iTunes. I've been trying to figure it out. It's really hard.
Prove you're smarter than Andy.
I don't want to Google how to do it, right? Because it feels like I lose.
I am at places on the internet as well. You can find this comic that I do at inspiredbytrueevents.org. Today's comic is about... let's see here. Oh, dag, I'm back with the owl.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Owls.
Owls, man.
Talking owls are great.
Yeah, no, they're sweet. We've talked about talking owls many times in this podcast. You can also check out my fucking new project.
Hit me with that plug.
That's a good... I want to make sure I get it right. At tumblr.com/Sinnotrainer, SINNOH Trainer 1. Probably /Chrono, because you probably all read them in chronological order.
Oh, man.
Go check that out.
I'm so
excited.
Read
about Pokemon.
I'm going to read that right now once we're done. I have a project and homework to work on, but all that can wait.
Andy's very excited about my bad fan fiction.
Listen. Hey, listen. Neil Gaiman won an award for his weird, Sherlock Holmes, H.P. Lovecraft fan fiction. All right, Tony? Dare to Dream.
I think that's all of our stuff.
Yeah, you could definitely thank Lee Rosevere for Penguins on Parade, which you probably are listening to somewhere around this point, if not now, later.
Yeah, probably now. Probably right now, because we're about to sign off right now, so it must be now. That's right. I'm
Music for Podcast 3. Check that out.
Yeah, it's also in the description if you don't want to, type stuff into Google.
I'll
me. Put the Tumblr page in the description, too. Why not?
Yeah. Throw it all down there.
Yeah, everything. The description's going to be messy this week.
I hate this. I'm done. I'm out. Ugh, I feel so gross now.
Cool. I am the ghost of John Smith. Good night.
See, you recommend day drinking. I recommend day. What's more intense than day drinking? I guess day shooting up heroin.
Cocaine? Yeah. Weird how you went straight to heroin, though. I just thought we should do some cocaine.